All right.
We're good.
I think we're good.
Let's get this show on the road.
Let's get it on the road.
I was screaming into the canyon at the moment of my death. Echo I created, I lasted my last.
Test.
My voice it made an avalanche and buried a man I never knew. And when he died, his widow bride met your daddy, and they made you. I have only one thing to do, and that's feel the way that I wanna sink back into the ocean. I have only one thing to do, and that's be the wave that I am, and then sink back into the ocean.
Can never get tired of that.
I know, it's so good.
Be the wave that I am, and sink back into the ocean. 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 Sink back into the ocean.
Welcome to The Other Perspective.
Welcome.
I'm MJ,
And I'm AJ.
and we are going to be covering Season 3 of Showtime's The Affair.
Yeah, we're two seasons late, but here we are.
At least we're here. Better late than never, right?
Lucky number 3.
Lucky number 3.
All right.
So, yeah, this is our pilot episode. We've been wanting to do this for 2 seasons now.
Yeah. Everyone thinks it's all talk, but here we are.
But we're actually doing it.
We even have 2 mics and 2 stands.
We're so prepared. As we should if this is going to be a podcast. Yeah, so how did we get into The Affair?
How did I get started? I think I was watching Homeland, and then Showtime showed us this preview, and I was like, ooh, I like this.
It came on after Homeland, right?
Yes, I believe so.
love
and
Homeland.
it was like a slow burn.
Yeah, and it's the slow burn that I like,
Yeah.
too.
So I started watching it, and then I was like, hey, MJ, I think you need to check this out.
Yeah.
It has Pacey from the Dawson's Creek.
That is the
She's
hook.
back from the creek. She's in she's in the Hamptons now.
Yeah, so I didn't watch the first season right when it aired. I was still in my obsessed with Homeland and only would watch Homeland on Showtime, but I binged season 1 because season 2 was about to start. Decided I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, get your money's worth for that Showtime.
I mean, seriously, like at first I was like, why do I want to watch a show about The Affair? Like why do I want to watch that? A million other shows, people have affairs all the time. What's so special?
It's really cool how they have
Exactly.
it done too, like with different perspectives. So
Yeah.
I thought that was, that was a
Right.
good take, and it's like a different show.
Yeah, from that pilot when it's like, okay, all right,
Yeah.
this is cool, whatever, and then the part 2, Allison, and then you just see everything from her point of view is nuts.
Like, who's telling the truth?
Seriously,
Whose perspective is right?
I'm so into like the psychological aspect of it. I know people in real life who experience their experiences just completely differently than everyone else does.
like delusional.
a little delusional. You don't know, and that's the beauty of the show is you don't know whose side is actually the right side or what actually happened. It's nothing we'll actually really know.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. It's what hooks us.
Yeah, so what we do is when we're watching it, we're texting each other back and forth, with his witty remarks and witty, commentary. So now we're like, hey, we should have the whole world know about what we're saying because it's freaking hilarious. So that's why we're doing this.
So, I mean, why not just do it with reactions like right after we watch each episode?
Exactly.
So we're going to be starting with episode 1 of season 3. Where did we leave off in season 2?
It was Cole and Louisa's wedding.
Oh, yeah.
There was the big reveal, too, that Noah is not Joni's father. Shocker, shocker.
Kind of all new.
Yeah, and then the next thing that I have is Noah's confession. He's like, I'm a hero. I'm going to take one for the
Always.
team.
Always
You
wants to be
know?
a hero.
So that's the 3 points that I have from season 2.
Well, yeah, and that literally Helen, Noah, Allison, they all had their play in Scotty's death. Which is
Yeah.
so funny.
They literally all killed
Montauk's
him.
not that big. I mean,
It's like, how is that, possible? That
everyone's
they're-
invited to Cole's wedding.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that. It's so awkward that everyone's just cool. Everyone's there, everyone's cool with that.
Yeah.
Allison.
Well, Louisa, so, okay, that is the small world of it all, is that Louisa's family worked for Helen's parents, right?
That's right.
That's where Cole first met Louisa, when he was driving that cab, and he was
And then he
driving
needs
Helen's
a ride.
dad.
Or
Yeah,
she needs a ride, yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
I won't complain about it.
If it was me, like if I was Helen, I'd be like, I'm cool. I'll stay in the city. No need to go
I'm
to
gonna
the
go to my store where no one
Well,
really
I
shops.
pretend to work.
Where I pretend to work and make a lot of money. That still keeps the store alive.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think if I was either Helen or Allison, I don't think I would go.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. What else is there?
Yeah, there's just the whole thing about Noah taking the blame. Like, Helen, he baited Helen. Like, she would have seen where she was driving had he not put his hand on her hand and make her, like, she's so in love with him still. It's so crazy.
Keep your eyes on the road, man. And it's like, is there no Uber there? Like, and the
don't
weird part
know.
that I noticed is that when everyone's sober, everyone's taking a cab. But when everyone's drunk, you're like, hey, let's go fucking drive.
Could have had they should have asked Cole to drop them off.
They should. Cole looks pretty sober.
The most sober out of all of
The
them.
one that's getting married.
But yeah, so Noah decided to take the fall for it. He knew that Allison pushed Scotty and Helen did the driving, so he knows that they're both involved. Helen only knows that she did it.
Helen doesn't know that Allison was there.
No. Yeah. So anything that Noah's doing by going to prison, she thinks is for her.
Which is why that's how she's acting all throughout episode 1.
Eye roll.
So, yeah. Hard eye roll on that one.
Let's get right into season 3.
It sure is.
What do you think about season 3 so far?
Overall feel for
This
season
episode,
3, episode 1, it's very Noah-centric. This is the first time they did it in
Just
one
the
perspective.
one. Yeah, I don't
'cause
think
they
they've
usually
done
do 2.
Yeah, or that weird time episode,
Yeah,
which
the
was
weird-
really good. Not
And-
weird. I'll take that back.
Yeah, different. There's
Different.
Showtime switching it up.
Switching it up.
And this one is a little darker than the usual.
Yeah, it was pretty dark.
So, all throughout the whole episode, someone's following him.
Yeah, it's just like his constant paranoia. I guess that's like putting up seeds of what we're supposed to be going with
The whole
this
episode's based
season.
on, yeah.
For Noah's side at least.
Yeah, and this is the first time we're seeing Noah's side, like Noah's family. I think they were briefly...
Yeah, we got to meet
The dad,
Nina
yeah.
and his dad last season.
for a little bit.
We pick up, I want to say this is 3 years later?
It is.
3 years later, Noah's out of jail, and they are at Nina and Noah's father's funeral.
That's actually the first scene. They open up... this is so dark, they open it up with a funeral.
You gotta keep it dark. Why not?
Yeah, so this is Noah's dad, and this is the first time Noah's seeing the kids.
Oh yeah, he hasn't seen the kids in a while, right?
Yeah.
The 2 young ones. Yeah, let's see the dad, but no Whitney.
Oh, yeah. I
No
never
Whitney.
noticed that. There is no Whitney here.
Martin's there, but just wants nothing to do with his
Yeah.
dad. He's just doesn't even say hi.
He's like, I
Just-
got this.
I was just gonna go straight to Nina and give her a hug. Screw you, Dad.
Yeah.
I'm on Team Martin.
This the next scene is Noah giving a speech. So I guess he's the son, so they have him give a speech in his dad's wake.
He's already having like that. Since the opening scene, he's been kind of just having heightened paranoia. And then he kind of sees there's like a blurry figure of a man in a hat that he's like, what's happening?
What is going on here?
What's going on here?
Someone's following me. I don't know what I did in prison, but
yeah, during his speech, he kind of just like, he hints at the fact that he wasn't his dad's favorite. Nina was the one.
Yeah, I feel like his speech was very disconnected.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I'm just doing this for the heck of it because I'm the firstborn. Is he? He's the oldest, right?
I think so.
And, I have to do it. Like, you can tell from the speech, like, they didn't really have a relationship. Or
Yeah.
they had a bad relationship. And
It was just like out of obligation.
yeah. So it's kind of weird. Another awkward moment.
Yeah, it's very awkward.
Awkward wedding, awkward funeral. You're just full of it, Noah.
Later on, post awkward speech, Noah and Helen have a talk. I always notice, like, in Noah's perspective, like, he has Helen kind of just like as a hard ass on him, like, is always, what are we gonna do about this?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do about that? But it's always consistent.
What about us?
Yeah, it's always
What's
consistent.
arrangement?
About,
What's going to be our arrangement like?
yeah.
Are you getting your own place? Like, shut up. Shut up, Noah's perspective.
Exactly.
Tell us what's really going on.
I know. I wish that you had this scene in Helen's perspective, because Noah just has her as like, he does have her as cold, but also it is consistent that she's still so in love with him. It's so funny.
That is the one consistency.
It's the one consistency, so you know that's a true thing.
Oh, Helen.
Oh, Helen, it's time to move on, girl.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she is like, what about us? Like, what about us? And then he's like, what about us?
Yeah.
You know, that like hurts her so much.
And he's like, you need to get your own place. Don't you want to see the kids? I was like, hello, the kids doesn't want to see you.
It's so true. Oh, and then there's the weird thing. Well, it's not a weird thing. It's kind of like a seed of what I'm thinking we might just get down to this season. He has, looking at his mother's gravestone, triggers like some kind of memory of him running away.
The train, the leaves.
There's like a train.
Really dark.
A man's voice is saying, Noah, Noah. I'm thinking it's the dad. But I'm wondering, like...
something must have happened.
Like a traumatic childhood memory.
Yeah. So we're like, I wish they, dig in more to this season, not just this episode.
No, I think we'll get back
I think
to
they'll,
it.
I think they're setting up
They're setting up the seeds. So after that, Nina does want Helen and the kids to come over. I mean, it is a family thing. The kids haven't seen each other. Nina and Noah's kids haven't seen each other. And Helen's just sort of baiting. She's like searching for Noah to like,
come over.
Yeah, come over. And
poor Helen.
He's like, nah, like, if you don't want to go, then just leave.
I would have gone for the food.
Me too. That's what I'm saying. That's what funerals are good for, right? Nah, just kidding. Also, Martin drives.
Yeah, Martin's like, I got this minivan. We don't need you, Daddy. Oh, there's also this one scene where after the wake, where Martin was the one holding the casket.
Oh,
carrying the casket,
right.
And Noah goes up to him and was like, "Here, I got this." And Martin's like, "No, I got this.
I got this."
That's right, cutie. You tell your daddy what's up. You tell your murderous daddy what's up.
Everyone hates Noah.
Yep.
Except Helen and Nina. So next we're back at Nina's house during the wake, and there's that scene with the old lady. It's so funny. She's like, she blaming Noah for his father's death.
Yeah, it's like you broke his heart, you know. That's why he died of a broken heart. I think that's what she said.
I thought he died of emphysema.
So kudos on Showtime for keeping it light there with that joke.
You gotta have a little funny moment in there.
Oh boy. But yeah, so even the old lady hates Noah.
We should have a thing where we just say who hates Noah.
Yeah.
All the people that hate Noah in one episode.
Yeah, we should do that.
A segment coming to a podcast near you.
Who hates Noah?
Who hates Noah?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be quicker. Is it gonna be a quicker episode if we do Who Likes Noah?
Who likes Noah, or a really bad drinking game?
Yeah, there you go.
Noah and Nina have their talk outside the house. Some interesting points here.
Oh, so yeah, we find out that he's taking muscle relaxants in this scene.
Oh yeah. I mean,
So he
why?
He has muscle relaxants. He has a ridiculous beard. Nina's saying that
Noah is telling Nina.
They both did something awful, and they both have forgiven each other.
Yeah, so Noah's telling Nina that she's the only one that's forgiven him. Nina comes back at him and is like, well, you've forgiven me for something awful I've done a long time ago. But what is that thing?
We need to find out.
Do you think we'll get that?
I hope so, because they made a point. I hope we get a lot of answers from this episode.
Give me some Nina
Noah's mom's
perspective.
graves.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe we'll have.
We don't know anything about his mom.
Perspective. Yeah, we need a lot of things answered.
We need some Noah family.
Why does Noah hate his dad? It's funny because
And why
now
does the
his
dad hate
kids hate him. So it's like that,
Full
you know.
circle?
Yeah, it's a full circle. What goes around comes around,
Exactly.
as Justin Timberlake would say.
It's a deep cut.
It is.
How are you, Britney Spears?
So, how do you feel about that beard?
I like it, and I don't like it.
I don't like it. I just don't like Noah.
I want to know any. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. All right. I like the beard. I do like beards, and then
It's that hipster beard.
it's that little hipster
Yeah.
beard, and then once he was shaving it later on in the episode,
Oh yeah, the next
like,
scene. There was like a whole scene like dedicated to shaving
him
off his
shaving
creepy
off his
beard.
But that not before he had that weird dream.
He did have a weird dream.
He had that dream where it was like he's kind of reliving something that happened in prison, or it was like a nightmare almost. Like it woke him up. He had to take his muscle relaxants, but he grabbed his left shoulder. So if we like jump ahead to the end of this episode, I'm wondering if that
Has something to do with it.
has something to do with that. Like if he even got stabbed, it might just be all in his head.
Yeah, it could be.
But yeah, he after that, muscle relaxants kind of gave him the push to shave that beard off. I was like, no, don't shave it.
Really?
But
Did you
then
think
when
he
he
was
did
gonna keep
it,
that mustache? Because he had
I
that
was
weird
hoping
smile.
he didn't.
He had a weird smile. Wanted to keep that mustache, you know.
I mean, if he kept that mustache, maybe that's why they beat him up in jail.
Yeah, probably. He looks like a guy that he would. He's a substitute teacher now, right? He looks
a
like he's that.
substitute?
Yeah. Oh,
Or is he just
part-time.
a part-time professor?
I think it's just part-time. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is
Part-time
part-time.
prof.
That mustache make him look like he goes to strip joints for lunchtime. That kind of guy.
$2.50 steak and eggs.
Heard the fries are good there. I'm glad he shaved everything. That makes me like him more,
Yeah, I'm used
which
to.
doesn't really say a lot.
Noah, clean face Noah.
Yeah.
The way we like him.
Yep. So the next scene, while he was shaving his beard, there was a lot of commotion going on downstairs. A lot
Just,
of
like,
yelling.
arguing. Oh yeah.
Nina and JP yelling. A little argument from them.
So the father's will is there, and apparently he leaves the house to Noah.
So if they didn't have a relationship and Nina is paying,
She's paying for everything. She's changing his
nurse.
goddamn diapers. I think she deserves that.
I think
house.
I think she deserves the house.
How
But
dare-
don't you think that it's weird that JP's the one that's like super pissed and Nina's like, oh, whatever.
Well,
It's
that's her
cool.
brother. It's like she has to defend him, and she's gonna.
No, man,
defend
I'd be
him.
pissed too.
I'd be so pissed. Like
I don't care. That's my brother.
I'm changing diapers. I'm taking care of the dad. Like, I deserve that house.
I'm not even gonna tell him that we got the wheel down. And I'm like, oh, I got the house.
I know. That was my
What?
house.
You want the house? Oh, Dad gave it to me.
They misspelled Nina.
Oh, does it say Noah?
Oh no!
I
I think
thought it was
they
Nina.
they made a mistake. We both have N names, so
Yeah. So it's kind of weird. JP's pissed. I
We
would
needed that.
be too.
we needed that
house. Needed that house. I mean, his eyes were so red. Like he looks like
He was pissed.
Yeah.
But later on, Noah doesn't want the house. He just tells Nina like it's hers.
That's his perspective. That's why. But then again,
But as we see later on, he does look for student housing. So
yeah.
I think legitimately, I think it's genuine. Like,
I mean,
he wants Nina to have the house. She deserves it.
I guess he's not that.
I guess
much of
he's
an asshole.
he's good for something.
Yeah, he's good for something.
When it comes to Nina, that's it.
Just Nina.
Just Nina, no one else. Allison? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. Whatever.
So Noah's completely useless. Doesn't have a house. Doesn't have a car.
He doesn't even pay for groceries. Come on.
Oh man.
He said he has a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Pay for some groceries.
I wonder what a little bit is.
I wonder what it is too.
But
You
what
gonna
about
get-
the book money? Isn't he? Is he
Maybe
not
that's what it is.
getting that?
Maybe he's getting like residuals. Is that what
Yeah,
that's called?
something. I heard. I mean, didn't the book do well?
The
Oh,
descent,
no,
unless the money has
Descent.
descended
Yeah.
to nothing.
Zero.
But I feel
Zero
like
balance.
you know what? If you're going to jail for murdering someone, I feel like your book sales would skyrocket.
I feel like
Any
it's-
publicity isn't bad.
Do you think that he like admitted that he's the one that killed Scotty, so his book would do good,
Ooh.
and he can get like a break between these two women?
Yeah, he's like, I need some time. I'd rather spend some time in jail and don't have to deal with any of these ladies.
Yeah,
Ugh,
I mean,
take
just
a
a
break.
food for thought to our listeners out there,
I would need a break.
and
Plus-
maybe there's Descent Part 2.
Well, he's probably like, well, it does later on in that scene with Helen visiting him, like he's all upbeat about it, and
Yeah.
she's like,
That
this
was-
isn't a writer's retreat, and he's like, I'm tough.
He's
I'm
like,
good.
I can handle it.
I can handle this. He probably thought he was gonna get a book out of this. Like, oh, I'm not gonna be in here for all 3 years.
Looks like he got a boyfriend out of it. Brandon Fraser following him around.
Spoiler alert. Little Encino Man action. Oh my god.
Got him Cino'd in prison.
He got Encino'd. So yeah, we get to see Noah as a professor at this New Jersey campus school.
I wonder what school. I mean, I don't think there was a mention of what school it is.
We just
but
know that it's in New Jersey.
Yeah, they say that several times. It's New Jersey, and it's boring.
It's boring.
This is from Showtime, not my perspective. So the next scene is the one where he's teaching a class, but he's so bothered because the guy.
Oh,
is
he's
following
seeing.
him.
Yeah, he's seeing
He's
the baseball
outside.
cap man
Yeah,
again.
baseball
But
cap
this
guy.
time, not blurred.
Not blurred.
He's coming into focus.
We saw a full body shape this time.
And he's just completely kind of just.
He's zoning
just-
out.
He's
not
tuned
lis-
out. He's not listening to Audrey give
No.
her life experience.
Well, I feel like he's kind of listening, but he's not interested. It's more interested at the guy that's following him.
I mean, I would be too. I don't. Did we even get to hear what she was talking about? I don't even remember. I zoned out too. I was more
So
focused
something about
on
her diary,
her life.
her life,
Her
diary.
life.
Just needs to get out there, Audrey.
But he goes back, like he's back into the moment and just completely berates her life experience.
And I think
Her writing.
it was more shocking, and I see how Audrey cried because she thought that he wasn't listening, and then all of a sudden he has all this,
he
hurtful
has all-
opinions. And was like, what the hell? Aren't you looking outside?
Get. Well, he goes, get real life experience.
Yeah, go out there.
Get off of campus.
Get off of I don't want to hear your stupid diary again.
Don't bring your diary in here.
That's pretty harsh, Noah. And then this girl, one of the girls in the class, was saying that, really? You're talking about Audrey not being diverse? What about your book, man?
Everyone's railing on his book in this episode, I'm telling you. Like, Audrey goes off and cries, and she's like, why you gotta denigrate her experience? He's like, why is she crying? Oh, come on.
Someone, tell me why she's crying.
Tell me. Someone.
Noah,
come on.
Come on, Noah.
But I get it.
Would you cry?
Oh, I would have cried the
Really?
minute he told me to get off of campus. I'm a sensitive soul.
I don't think I would have cried. I'm like, this fucking asshole.
I know. I would have.
I'm not going to listen to no
cried.
ex-convict.
Oh, true. Oh, so true.
No,
but it is
I
like,
wouldn't cry.
I get it. Like, this is what I experienced in my life. This is my point of view. This is my perspective.
I guess she really
And then
gave it
he-
in her heart.
Yeah,
For
and
this
then
homework.
he shit on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
So, I mean,
Maybe I would have shed a tear. I don't think I would have walked out of the class.
I think you would have been
sensitive millennials.
That is me, a sensitive millennial. I think you would have. I think you would have been fine with it.
Yeah,
I think
so
you
too.
would've-
I'm like, what?
You wouldn't need
Please.
another student to talk for you. You'd be like, "Why you guys shit on my experience? Who are you, asshole?"
I read your book.
I read your book.
Is it not your diary, though?
Yeah, exactly. Are you raping people against trees?
Anyway, so that's the class. So the first time I saw Audrey, I was like, oh boy, this is going to be Noah's next victim. Shit. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, she's the type.
Oh, yours is that. My note is just, hey, she's from Parenthood.
Glad you found another acting gig. Oh boy. So the next thing here is like Noah finding a place to stay.
Yeah.
So apparently he's subletting from a student. Is that
Yeah,
the
like student. He
Or it's just
described
student
the thing as like
housing.
student housing, but I guess anyone can stay there. I don't know.
Yeah.
As long as he's on campus or he works for campus or he goes to that school.
But it's so funny. The place looks good from the outside, but the inside, as we see later in the episode, it looks
Shit.
it looks like crap. Like
Unless that's just like that's just the way
that's
he's
just
thinking
his
about
view.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
So
I would have kept that out.
yeah, I would have kept it too. Sorry, Nina.
Sorry, Nina.
Sis.
You can stay with me.
Yeah, stay with me. Buy some groceries.
Yeah. I can't afford groceries.
So there's this one scene where he woke up in a church.
Oh, wait. Can we rewind? I know we mentioned the
Let's cut
Noah and Helen flashback in the prison. So I have a few points about this. Like we said earlier, he's just totally upbeat about it. He's not really worried about his prison sentence.
I think that was like 3 months
just-
in though, right?
Yeah, but he literally just got there. Like he's like, I'm tough.
Yeah, I got this.
But Helen's like, oh no, we
haven't
gotta
dropped
get
the
you
soap
out
yet.
of here and just like.
Gotta
but
get
he-
you out. I
gotta
know
get you out.
someone. My dad knows the mayor. Some shit like that.
Yeah, it's just like he's telling Helen like, I owe you this after what I put you through. Little does she know though that like he's also doing this for Allison.
Yes. But if I was Helen, I would have been like, "Oh, you cheated on me. You ruined our family. Yeah, I'll take
Yeah,
it.
you can go to jail. Cool.
You can go to jail.
You deserve
I'll
this.
add a couple more years in that sentence.
You ain't staying here. You're gonna do the whole time.
Oh, I don't know anyone. My dad knows no one.
No, my dad knows no one.
That's what I would do.
So at the end of season 2, he tells Helen to wait for him, and then in this scene, he tells Helen again, just wait. Genuine or no?
I think so. I think it was genuine.
But it's like, I don't know. Why, like, you saw the way that him and Allison reconnected.
After he met the guard, he's like, oh, don't wait for me, Helen. I found someone new. You think Showtime will go there?
I don't know. I don't know if any soap is going to be dropping. But, yeah, it's just really annoying to me because he keeps playing her.
It doesn't look like Helen waited, though. Maybe it's just this is his point of view, you know?
No, I mean, at the funeral, she's still asking about what about us? She's still waiting. 3 years later.
That's his point of view.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm watching this episode, I have to keep
that
telling myself that it is his point of view, you know.
But it's just, why would he tell her to wait when he's like reconnecting with Allison post murder? Remember?
Yeah.
Like they're all dancing on the dance floor. They're like, "Ooh, we found this connected darkness again." Maybe they are darkness soulmates.
Yeah, you think?
Don't tell her to wait for you.
Noah,
he just needs like what he needs.
She needs
backup.
to move on.
She needs to move on.
Well, I think it's also partly her fault, though, because she keeps giving into it. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, I'll wait for you, Noah.
I know. Why? I don't get it.
Probably because of the family. They have, 3 million kids?
Well, they have the kids. They have the kids.
They have, a whole clan. Yeah.
Yeah, so next we go back to the present, back on campus. And Noah falls asleep in church, which is something I do a lot.
Yeah, especially
whenever I do go.
When I'm homeless. Oh, yeah.
Whenever I do go to church, I fall asleep.
So it's a little weird because he was in church and he was in the back seat, and then all of a sudden
he wakes up to a lecture.
A lecture by Professor
Legal.
And I was like, uh-oh, Noah's next victim.
Oh my gosh, every woman we meet is
not
Noah's
safe.
Next victim.
It's not no
safe.
One's safe.
Danger zone.
So this episode, Juliet is introduced, and we're like, who is this professor? We want to know more about this French professor.
And we do know that she's going to get her own perspective this season, which is baffling to me because how does she get one off the bat?
Yeah, and she kind of ruined the name for our podcast.
Fun fact, our show was going to be The Fifth Perspective, but can't because she has the fifth perspective.
Thanks, Juliet. Thanks, Showtime.
So yeah, during this lecture, she is talking about a poem called Merlin by... I can't think of the person's name right now. But Noah is just completely... what's the word I'm looking for? He's finding himself in the words that she's speaking. He's resonating. He's resonating with the point she's talking about. He's like, it's the Merlin is a irredeemably tainted character.
I'm
like
glad
Noah.
You caught that. I'm just lost in Juliet's eyes.
Which is what Noah does later. She's like lightness destroyed by darkness, which is kind of what season 1 was, right?
I see what you did there, Showtime.
Allison was the darkness that Noah was destroyed by, vice versa.
Vice versa, indeed.
But yeah,
they just
he's
destroy
like
each other.
He's so into it. He's getting in on those words, right?
Yeah.
He's a shadow of a shadow destroyed by its creator.
Wow,
he just
man.
destroys himself. Just continues to destroy himself. That's how he found himself in jail.
Oh, Noah.
Oh, Noah.
So he had no choice but to listen to this lecture because he was there anyway.
He was in it.
Juliet put him on the spot. He's like, "Hey, we have not met you. Can you tell us your name?" He's like, "I'm not putting you in a spot. just that everyone did it while you were sleeping.
I would have been like, hey, did you pay for this class? You don't get no professor discount.
Oh, you're Noah Soloway.
Yeah, she is. She is all about it.
She's like, we finally meet Noah.
She's like, oh, I know all about you.
Yeah,
I got your poster on my wall.
I voted for you.
I voted for you. Yeah, she's just like, no judgments, no fucks given. Oh, you murder someone? Cool.
No, if anything, she was a little excited.
I know.
She's like, oh, finally, we get a chance to meet.
She's like, can you sign my book later?
Yeah.
I've read it 50 times. I wrote you all those letters in prison.
So funny. But
yeah,
she was, instead of scared, she was a little, there was some excitement in her eyes.
Oh, which is so funny because it's when they are talking at the cafe later. She's talking about how bored she is in New Jersey.
She invited him to grab coffee.
Yeah.
That's how non-threatening he is.
She's all about it. She's like, fucking finally, man. Yeah. This place sucks.
I'm so bored.
So bored. She's like, I'm depressed.
New Jersey. Why did I go to New Jersey?
Is boredom.
Little did she know everyone's trying to get out of New Jersey.
Except Nina.
Kidding. Yeah.
We're all just trying to go to Montauk.
Yeah, so she specifically said, I feel bored.
I would too.
She's like, this is not what I envisioned.
I mean, was she moved from France to go to New Jersey?
Yeah.
I feel you.
Juliet.
I would be depressed too.
I could have told you that, girl. She's so bored. She invited Noah to her dinner party.
Yeah.
She's like, please.
She's like, please, just come to this.
Please, something happen. Please let something happen. Anything.
So he does, and then in the same scene, he does see the baseball cap man again.
A little closer this time.
I know, he just gets closer and closer every time.
That video of the cat that keeps getting closer. That's Noah's boyfriend.
Noah's boyfriend.
So she did mention, stuff that when they were younger and they were in college, things were a lot different.
Yeah, like the millennials are very sensitive.
Yeah.
She's not about it.
Noah's like, well, things changed after 9/11. We're like, what's that got to do with anything? I'm like, what? I don't know. That kind of threw me off a little bit.
Just talk about how the next generation is sensitive. What does 9/11 have to do with anything?
Yeah, I can't believe you mentioned that. But
so yeah, he's gonna go to that dinner party later.
Yeah, dinner party. Finally, Noah got invited somewhere.
God, he's probably bored as fuck too.
He doesn't have money, but he has money to buy wine and break all those glasses, right? Okay.
I would. Priorities, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
So. He does have a meeting.
Oh.
That's her parole officer, right?
That is.
Or his parole officer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just makes it a whole thing.
She's not very friendly.
No, she's not. She's down to the point.
We'll add her to the list of the people that hates Noah.
Drink.
So,
yeah, she needs to make sure he has a job.
Yeah, she's like, what? You moved? Is everything okay with Nina? Why did you move? So she was very concerned about that.
You need to let me know about this. Like, he literally just did it.
I mean, I think he spent the night at church because there was like an overlapping day that he couldn't move in.
Yeah, is that what that? I don't even.
No, actually, I just realized it's still light out.
It's still light out. I think he just took a nap. So
a siesta.
A siesta,
as Louisa would say.
Oh, I miss Louisa.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get her soon.
Hopefully.
So, yeah, he also asks, he's like, here you go again with his paranoia. He's like, can anyone get my info?
Yeah, does anyone know my whereabouts?
And he's like, or she goes, what, prisoners?
Yeah.
And he's like guards.
Guards.
So Noah's baseball cap man is obviously his guard.
It's so funny because she didn't even answer him. She's like,
She, like,
why?
doesn't-
Is there
yeah.
something that you need to tell me?
And he's just like, no.
No, just
No,
kidding.
good.
Just wondering.
No, just you know.
So why didn't he tell? Like,
I know. I
and you
would have
s-
said
Why didn't he tell her that someone's following him?
exactly. Can you make sure that guy is real or?
Yeah. So that's what's weird. That makes me feel that it was
Something must have
Noah's
really
fault
happened.
that happened in prison.
Yeah, like I wonder. Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah.
Something he had to have done something that he's just like they have something on him that he can't go and like tattletale.
Exactly. So.
Oh, I can't wait to find out what it is.
So I briefly mentioned the liquor store scene.
Oh yeah, which is the like right before.
Yeah, and we got a really close.
We got real
look up.
close.
Like, dude, that's
like
Brandon
we're so
Fraser.
close. That's
Like,
Brandon
before, we're
Fraser
like,
close.
"Ah, is that Brandon?
Is that Brandon? Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or Brendan?
Yeah.
Brandon.
Brandon Fraser.
We'll Google it.
And then later on at the liquor store, I was like, "Oh shit, that's him. That's
Yeah,
definitely
and
him."
he's just what? Okay, I have in my notes. What a waste. Nunca.
Nunca. As Louisa.
You don't waste alcohol. As
Yeah.
Louisa also says.
So there was a lot of bottles that broke in that liquor store. What a shame.
Yo, how much money did he give him?
Yeah, and because he's like, "We're good, man. We're good."
That dude
like,
was
"I'm
not happy. He was like, "Where are you going?"
Yeah. At first, I thought it was all in his head that no one's really following him, but because the guy keeps disappearing.
Yeah.
But
I just get it. I don't know. I still don't know.
I don't know. It was pretty close here, and I think
Well, we don't know.
Yeah.
We also don't know if what happened at the end of the episode with the stabbing really happened or not.
that's true.
But-
Because you can't really trust
But you're
Noah's
thinking,
perspective.
You're
So-
thinking like that guy got to the ultimate closeness and stabbed him.
and it's like there's a lock in the student housing, so I just don't understand how he got
Exactly. I don't.
in. Anyway,
Let's move
well,
on to the dinner party
yeah,
here.
so
So much stuff has happened in this scene.
Lots of conversation going on in a dinner party.
Yeah, rape.
So-
Rape.
At
Let's,
first, Noah opened a door to Juliet's house and saw Audrey. And
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, "Oh shit, the girl I made, the girl
I
to
may
cry."
Now I gotta have dinner with this girl.
And like, what are you doing here? You know, like, hello, she's not stalking you, Noah. Get over yourself.
Not everyone wants you. Even though she probably does deep down.
I
want
think
him.
she does.
Next victim.
Next victim.
But yeah, so it's so awkward. Like they're all just talking about rape and consent, and I guess it makes for lively dinner conversation.
Yeah, I think
Conversation.
that's probably why Juliet invited who she invited. She's like,
Yeah.
"Okay, I'm gonna invite this guy
This is gonna be so
and that
entertaining.
girl."
That's
Because I
how
heard she
bored-
just cried.
That's how bored she is.
Yeah, she's like, she's so bored she is starting shit.
She's a shit starter. She's a shit starter.
We know a few of those
We know a
in
few
real
shit
life.
starters.
But yeah, so much conversation happened in this dinner. And they're
But
talking
Noah-
about
Yeah.
because in the earlier scene there was like a
Oh,
protest
that's
at
right.
school.
Where they were walking around the campus, right?
Yeah, something about I don't even know what they're
I think it was a rape
protesting.
thing.
Yeah, a rape situation on the college campus.
So they kind of just talk about consent. It gets real fiery, and then they kind of just Noah doesn't even look like he's listening.
As
So,
usual.
as usual.
Noah's just staring off.
But
in
he's
space.
listening.
And
He's
Noah's
listening.
like, "How come there's no window here?
I know, how do I jump
can't
out?"
tell if no one's following me." He's like looking
He's
around.
probably like, how do I find the baseball cap man? Is he around? Did I leave him at the liquor store? But yeah, no, they bring him, they reel him in. What's his perspective on rape and consent? And then they kind of they bring up his book.
Well, Audrey's the one that reeled him in.
Oh yeah, she lights a
He's
fire
like,
under his
He's like, "You're
ass.
so quiet. Let's hear what your
What
opinion
you
is."
have to say about it. Her RBF in this whole scene though is on point.
Yeah, girl.
Light him up, man. Light him up.
So they're talking about rape and that rape scene in Noah's book.
Yeah, like he him and Allison against that tree. I say rape.
I'm like saying
She said
not
no.
really.
But
So, they're, I don't know. What do I know?
But okay, so he says like they ask him if that was rape, and then he's like, no,
What
it's
did
dominant
he say?
sex.
Yeah, dominant sex is the word that he used.
Not rape. It's more about, what was he saying? It was more, he is saying that there's like a fine line or something between
rape and dominant sex. Is that what he's saying?
I can't remember what the exact thing was, but he was saying it wasn't rape.
He wrote the book. So
it was his life experience.
Yeah, his diary.
That's his perspective. Did he ever ask Allison?
That's true. Allison seems to be okay with it.
We don't know. We don't know.
That's true. We don't know.
From Noah's perspective, he was, just, it was like a game. It was like a game. Like he, was trying to dominate her, and even though she said no, she probably deep down still wanted it. That's probably what his point of view was.
Yeah. But, yeah, it was a heated discussion at the dinner table. There was kind of more awkwardness. It's like, awkward wedding, awkward funeral,
everything's awkward.
Dinner.
But I just love how they rail on his book so hard during this whole thing. It's just like the things that they just start saying about it. It's like the other girl at the dinner table, she's like, your book, it's a self-help book on how to cheat on your wife and get away with it.
And then Juliet's like, that's not how I read it.
And there goes Audrey, did you read it in English?
Because, in French is completely different.
And then Audrey's like, it's a training manual for how to be an asshole.
Oh, Audrey, you got him this time, girl. Make him cry.
That should be his bio on everything. On all of his future books, a training manual on how to be an asshole.
It's kind of true. You got a point there.
Oh my gosh. It's too good.
Yeah. So, anything else about the dinner? That's pretty much it.
Not really. It was just like, yeah.
After dinner it gets interesting because Juliet was like, "Hey." Oh, they were smoking outside.
Well, yeah, he apologized to Audrey.
So that was nice of him.
I guess
very surprised. Yeah. And they were smoking, and then Juliet was like, "Hey, did you want to tour the house?"
That's the new want a tour means want to fuck.
Yeah, pretty much. Juliet's like, wow, nothing else has happened. Let me give this murderer a tour around my house. Just so he knows the layout.
Yeah, just so he...
Let me give him a blueprint.
Let me give him a
case,
blueprint.
he wants to do anything.
Just in case he wants to murder me. He's capable. Oh my gosh, I swear.
Juliet.
She's very confident in life.
So...
She even goes like... You have a paper record of the man who you used to, or who the man you used to be.
Yeah, like you're lucky you have a paper record.
Yeah. Well, all of us just have our memories.
Oh, Juliet. I'm very interested in how you're gonna play
I like the way she thinks.
I'm liking you already.
She's just so fascinated by it. It's just so funny.
So a tour around the house, and all of a sudden,
you know where that was gonna go.
Yeah,
you know where that was gonna go.
And everything is so dark. Like, turn on some lights, man. Like, why is everything
get in the mood.
so dark?
You gotta get in the mood. She wants him.
She has a nice house, though.
Yes,
so
she do.
She did something right with that university.
It's probably cheaper than New York.
Yeah,
she don't get that NYU money.
Yeah. She's like, I'm bored. I need a nice house. So they finally reach her bedroom, and in Noah's perspective, she made a
comes
move.
right onto him. Yeah,
like talking, bam, kiss.
Why does everyone want him?
I don't know. You tell me that. I have no idea.
I don't know.
And
I kind of get it. Like,
I don't get it at all. I don't get the thirst.
Get it.
The thirst. Is the thirst true?
The thirst is...
We're going to have an episode with that. We're going to call it, Is the Thirst True?
Is the thirst true? And then we'll either say the thirst is real or it's not.
We're going to debunk that.
We'll debunk that. The Noah thirst.
So as you can see...
Yeah, so they're getting down to it, and the train. He hears the train. That's what happens when you're in the suburbs. You hear trains. And that throws him off. That it's just a boner killer.
Yeah. It was weird because it was Noah, the old Noah.
Noah would have totally just...
She would have been pregnant already. Or Cole would have gotten her pregnant. Kidding.
Julia would have just been like, this baby's not yours.
But yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, he runs out of there.
He got paranoid, even there's no window, and he didn't see the blue cap man.
He didn't need the blue cap man. He just needted a train to throw him off.
Yeah, he's mentally just messed up from being in prison, and he just got up and left.
Yeah, he's having some PTSD.
And Juliet's like, damn, not enough wine, huh? Next time I'm gonna get you, Noah.
Next time.
Just remember that kiss.
You can be my Lancelot. So yeah, he like runs out of there, and we just start getting like flashes of his time in prison, and that's when it's the big reveal that Brendan Fraser is his prison guard.
That's right.
And it's just...
So we're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, like, all right, so that's
happened?
what that is. That's who the blue cap man is. And then he's
literally running home and like looking like a crazy man. Like looking back to see if he's being followed. He thought this one guy walking down the street was
he's just so
Fraser.
paranoid.
He's super paranoid. That muscle relaxants is not working well. Like side effect wise.
You think that's...
It could be.
I didn't look up what side effects from... I should have looked it up. That would have been interesting. Because kind of what happened with Cole last season, where he was taking in a bunch of cocaine, and then in his perspective, like he just so sad and depressed, and he just missed Allison so hard.
Aww.
And then like, but in Allison's point of view in that same episode, he was a kind of aggressive.
That's true.
Yeah, he was like super aggressive, like already went to the house, like dropped off her shit. But in his, like, he gave her a hug, and it was so sweet.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the muscle relaxants. That's what the paranoia.
Yeah, we should have Googled this prior to this.
Oh,
but
we'll do better. We're learning.
Yeah, we're learning. It
So,
could be a side effect.
Yeah, that could be. Well, we'll make notes of that. So we do see, like, his flashes. It's flashing in and out of present and past, and he writes a note. He writes his notes to Allison, and he calls her in the present. Leaves her a voicemail.
Oh, that night when he's like rushing home.
He's rushing home, and then he goes, I know you told me never to contact you. What do you think happened? Because they were on good terms when
after
he went
the court.
in.
Yeah, after the court, after he said I'm guilty, they were in good terms.
Well, from what we saw, like, we don't know for sure if they were on good terms, but they weren't, like, they didn't hate each other. They're still talking to one another, but I don't know what could have happened where she tells him, don't ever contact me. Huh. I guess we'll learn.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out.
And then he still has his picture, her picture.
Yeah.
It's a really good picture of her, too.
I know, her hair is grown.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, he heads in like the final scene, he heads over to his new apartment. Is that the same day? Is that after the dinner?
I'm thinking it's after the dinner.
When did he have time to like move? Well, I guess he doesn't have a lot of things. But
he's subletting, so all
anyone
this stuff is
living
probably
with him?
all in there, all there already. No, I think he's alone, and I think it's like an apartment.
How dare that person leave all the dishes?
That's a good point.
Fucked up.
That's a very good point.
These ex-convicts need to do more dishes.
We're like, he's an ex-con. Let me just leave those dishes for him. Yeah, I never...
Yeah, that's so weird. That. I was like...
It's like, why is he doing dishes?
Oh my gosh, my nuts. How is he moved in already? Why does he have to wash the dishes? These are my true concerns about each of these episodes. But,
yeah, he just went to a dinner party. Why is he doing dishes?
They show the little glimpse of the autobiography of Jack Hunter. Do you think that is his next book? Or something he's working on?
Maybe, if he can get his shit together.
Yeah. I mean, he does tell, I think, was it Juliet? That he tells that he's moved on from whatever the descent is. Like, he's a different Or am I just completely making that up?
He has like a different perspective.
Yeah, like
different view.
he's moving on from that type of
Yeah.
being that type of author.
Yeah, but that's what sells though.
Am I making that up? Did that happen?
I think he briefly mentioned
Did he mention
it.
that to Juliet? I can't.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering now if he's like, I'll do an autobiography.
Yeah.
Possible. I don't even know who
possible.
Jack Hunter is. I gotta Google it.
Yeah. The ending.
Yeah,
He's
it's
back in
paranoia.
the apartment. Again,
Paranoia.
it's dark because everyone's trying to save electricity apparently in this episode. Like, what? The whole thing. Juliet's house. Noah's new
The
house.
streets don't have that
The
much
streets of New Jersey doesn't have lights. I mean, that's unheard of.
light. So while he's doing dishes he shouldn't be doing, someone just keeps getting closer and closer.
Did he lock the door? Like, if you're that paranoid, like, I'd triple lock that thing.
Yeah, I put like door stops underneath.
yeah,
I put a
I'll
bunch
put
of
the
doors.
table.
I'll put a chair underneath the doorknob. I do everything.
Does that work?
I don't
Never
know.
tried
I've
that.
never tried it
Yeah.
either.
So, anyways, apparently Noah's not that paranoid because he did not think of any of this.
Yeah, and then it was almost like he was waiting for it to happen. Whatever happened, that
He's like,
stabbing,
just do it.
just do it already. He's like sweating bullets, and then it happens. He gets stabbed in his left shoulder.
Same spot
So
that he was touching.
Exactly. So what I'm thinking is like, why it's that same spot from his nightmare. I don't know. I think it might just be all
You
in
think
his
it's all
head.
yeah,
It might just be all in his head.
it could be. I mean, the blood looks real, though.
Yeah. That
And
could
he
be in his
just-
head too.
He just had to wear a white shirt for that contrast, too.
Exactly. I mean, it is so dark. How can you see anything?
He's reaching for his iPhone. Can't get to it.
Exactly.
Can't
There's
even call Siri.
no flashlight. Siri,
Nothing.
call 911.
Yeah. Siri, I'm dying. I've been stabbed, Siri. I'm losing blood.
So
that's the end of
that's
it.
the first.
So
Yeah, that's the end of the premiere.
I guess we'll find out what really happened in the future.
So yeah, what do you predict is gonna happen this season?
I think he's gonna have sex with Audrey and Juliet at the same time. I'm kidding. No.
It's not past him.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put that
that's what I
past him.
I think that's definitely gonna happen. If anything, Juliet. I mean, he's gotten close already. I don't know how I feel about this paranoid Noah though. You know, I need to have him
to
get
have
his
a
shit
straight,
together.
yeah.
Be an
I need
asshole
him to
again.
have a straight head.
I'm not used to this whole one perspective thing.
I know. I miss it. I need the two.
Yeah.
I need the two. And what I love more than the two is when it's the same scenes and you get both of the perspectives.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
Because then you can
that's-
dissect even more. That's like the best part about this show is just how different those experiences can be for each of the characters.
Yeah. So I'm definitely curious as to what's going on with everyone else.
Yeah.
So-
I miss Helen. I miss
Yeah.
Cole. I miss Allison.
So looking ahead, what do you
So,
think
yeah.
is
Yeah, I wanna know what the train has to do with anything, because it seems to trigger a lot of stuff. I want to know what he was running from in that past memory. I think we'll get that for sure.
Do you want to know?
Maybe it has something to do with Nina,
Maybe.
whatever that awful thing
Yeah.
was that she talked about.
Do you want to know what really happened between him and Brandon Fraser?
Yeah, because it had to be something huge for him to be that paranoid about it.
And if he's a prison guard, how come he's like not working? Just following Noah around.
Exactly.
Did he get fired
Which is
too?
why I think, maybe. But that's also why I think that him getting stabbed didn't happen. Like I think that dude is still working. I think Juliet and Noah are gonna eventually bang.
Oh
They
yeah.
got to.
Totally.
They got to.
Out of Juliet's boredom. I
She's
think
so
they will.
bored. She wants to bang an ex-convict.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
it.
that's
our episode
that's our
1.
episode 1. That's the end of our premiere, our pilot episode.
Hopefully you guys keep listening.
Yeah, hopefully you guys keep listening. I think the season's just gonna get even more and more intense. I mean, it can only get more intense from here.
Keep listening, guys.
Keep listening.
We have a lot to say.
Subscribe. We are on social media.
Twitter. Our Twitter handle is...
Twitter, Instagram. We are at Other POV Pod.
That's Other POV POD.
Oh, yeah.
Cute, huh?
If you need to email us, we are at otherpovpod@gmail.com. So that's that.
All
We'll
right.
talk to you in the next episode.
Till next time.
Bye-bye.
Later.